Did you mean to call us bums and haters?
Now, honestly, like, nah, I like that.
good,
No,
It is, but I just...
I like that question. To be dead ass real with you, like, for me not knowing y'all, I can't call y'all no bums and no haters, and I respect what niggas doing. I see, like, you know, any nigga that's busting moves is not a bum. There's real bums out there that's not doing nothing.
Right.
But at the same time, hate, because if you read the stat, he was addressing motherfuckers haters, right? Haters and bums share the same characteristics. You understand? It's just a fact. It's like, you know, these niggas is bums and haters. Where this negative energy coming from, and like what I was explaining to Mav, that wasn't what he was putting out there as far as hating.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, hating. But
because I saw Benny after that.
Yeah,
it wasn't not like that.
It wasn't no hate coming from that way.
Right.
But you gotta realize the hate that niggas do experience.
And this is what I'm saying. I'm saying, being from up there, do you expect to get hated on? Like, do you feel like niggas be hating on us, we don't get our shine, we don't get this, da-da-da-da-da. You know what I mean? Because that's what Conway's argument made it seem like, yo, we've been holding this sound down, and this is the sound that New York, like this is an original New York sound. Why are we not getting the love? Because we from up here?
I think that's definitely, all right, I was just explaining this to us outside, right? New York, very territorial, prideful. That's just the way y'all bred. Ain't nothing wrong with that. So if I come to the station, I'm like, yo, I'm from Queens. Queens in the building, Queens, stand up. Where y'all at? Stand up, what's going on? Queens, where at? Queens? Queens is in the building. Right. I'm from the Bronx. Yo, Bronx, where is y'all at?
Right.
Because this is the way that you was bred.
Right.
We from a different part of New York.
Right.
So automatically we looked at as outsiders. So when we come in the building, we ain't gonna never get that same, no matter what we bring to the table.
Rochester, Buffalo in the building.
When you say a different part of New York, I don't think it's not that. It's city niggas. It's city niggas, and then there's.
Now he got a point. Some niggas be hating and acting.
Niggas look at it like that. I ain't gonna lie.
You gotta realize.
Niggas look at it like that.
Yo, first off, New York City.
Don't count.
I gotta tell you like this. New York City niggas the most competitive niggas I ever met.
Yeah.
And I traveled a lot. We the most New York City niggas. I'll argue you down about some shit they not even sure of sometimes. Just for the sake of argument.
Right there.
Just for the sake of argument. Just because I want to argue, nigga. Nah, nigga. Nah, I'll figure it out later. Nigga. Like, I'm dead ass.
Right.
Yeah, we'll figure that out later. We'll figure that out later.
That's a fact.
We had 21 Savage sit in that chair and get right in between me and Mav talking.
So you gotta realize, right?
He was like, that's some New York shit. We don't give a fuck who had the best verse.
Right. No, that's wrong.
Care about that.
Yeah.
So like God bless the dead. I met Fred the Godson from God bless the dead, man. I met Fred. From his man that went to college with my man, and they used to just argue about who man was nicest. And that's just, that was how we actually got introduced to each other.
Oh, this is my man that's nice.
This
is
the
my
nigga
man
I was saying. And then when we heard each other, we like, damn, both of them,
these
niggas is both nice.
Right.
They can't even get past the fact that both of them is nice. That, nah, his man is nice and his man is nice. It's not even about that. I'm just standing on my man is better than yours. That's just New York state of mind.
We competitive niggas.
It don't even matter.
Right.
So coming from up there automatically, it's like, where you from? It ain't familiar? Oh, nah. Yo, I know a nigga that's nice. Where he from? Oh, nah, hell nah. I know a nigga that's nice, but he from such and such. He from such and such. Oh, and automatically you put that with that if it don't sound familiar. That's why they be like, yo, we ain't had no Biggies, no Jay-Z's to properly represent us, to really show what we could do. Y'all already stamped. Every one of my favorite rappers is from a piece of this city. Y'all already stamped. It's somebody to represent y'all. We the first doing it for us.
Right.
We them niggas for us.
Yeah.
For the young motherfuckers that be like da-da-da, but we ain't had that. Y'all already got that. So y'all seen it done.
Right.
We doing it for the first time. So it's a little different. You know what I'm saying?
It's gonna take some time.
So they might not. So they might not go about it the right way. They might go about it the wrong way. Whatever,
There's no
whatever.
blueprint for them to follow.
It ain't nothing.
Yeah,
That's why
ain't
when
right
we
or wrong
reached
way
out
almost.
and we just followed each other. As soon as we followed him, I followed him back. I said it must be all good. He must have saw what's going on.
Right.
Let's move forward as
Yeah,
men.
because we wasn't sure how we was going.
Because
Like, yo, did this nigga just call us bums and haters?
And he talked to me.
Haters?
And he
Wait a
talked
minute,
to me
what?
today again about it. And I said, yo, black niggas gotta be able to move forward.
And
talk.
talk.
That's all I say. And be able to talk. If
Wrong
I have a
shit.
discrepancy, now niggas can see, yo, niggas had discrepancy. Niggas said, yo, niggas came together. Niggas talk. It's no problem. We understand each other.
Hopefully
it's a
elevate each
lesson
other up.
to other niggas.
Right,
People,
right,
men.
facts.
Not niggas, men.
Men, you know
That
what?
they
You're
can
right.
actually,
Grown folks shit.
we can actually have some type of a difference
right.
and actually come to a common
But I
ground and
figured
move
that-
forward.
But I just figured all that was addressed when Conway was like, yo, Math, I need to come to your show.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
Remember what we
Right.
said before about public beef and private apologies?
Yeah.
Him showing up on the show would have been a public apology.
I would have called it a
apology.
truce.
When he-
I would have called it
wouldn't
a
even
truce,
call it a-
not
wouldn't even
an
call it an
apology.
apology.
A truce.
Nah, because I never felt like he took what we were saying wrong.
It's not for him necessarily. And we all sitting in this room know this.
fan
It's
base.
never, exactly. It's never
The
the
fan
guy.
base.
It's always the people around him.
Right.
It's never the guy. It's never him. He gets it. He reaches out on the phone, but you don't say nothing after. I have a problem with this dude. I say something in public. We back and forth.
right.
Cool down for about an hour. Call him. Bump into him at a club.
It's over.
Yeah,
But-
we
but-
chopping it up,
but-
but nobody else sees that. So the people around
Doing the
is
same
still
type of
on.
shit.
Right.
Right.
I get it.
And
dig
they
what I
all
mean?
welcome. Just so y'all know, Benny the Butcher,
West
Conway,
Side.
everybody's welcome. My expert opinion ain't hating on not one person that we even might say something that we don't like or disagree with. You all are welcome to come sit
Nah,
down.
we
and
hating on you,
discuss
Benny.
it.
We hating. We hating on you.
That
son.
was
Now you know what's crazy? I was riding to the episode when y'all was talking about Conway's and Benny response to the radio shit, and I heard y'all point about the payola and all that type of shit, right? But I feel like, and not attacking Flex at all, because Flex is Flex.
Right.
But I do feel like even though radio is a business, because Ebro told me some shit about this when he was PD. I'm gonna get into that after my point right here. But I feel like hip hop needs the fucking balance because, especially in New York, because this is the mecca and the culture of the shit. So I feel like even with the business, you can't let this business supersede the culture. I don't give a fuck. It's my opinion. You can't. So I feel like if you got the Futures and even the drills that's popping, all these records that's popping that move the needle in the club, move the needle for mainstream, great morning listening, cool.
Right.
That's great. It should be represented the proper way. They got the bag, they got the budget, all of that shit. But if you have niggas like these niggas and Benny and all these niggas and they shaking the culture in the most authentic way, they gotta get represented too.
There's
Right.
a place
Period.
for them, you saying.
So
There's a
absolutely,
place
no,
to play
There
them.
is a
I'm saying
lane.
it has to be a place for them. Like,
You can't just say you're not gonna play them
Like,
at
you
all.
can't. Yeah, you
I got
can't say
you.
you're not gonna play them
Right.
I got
because
you.
No, for real,
they
though.
shaking the pavement in the most authentic
And on
way.
some real
too
shit
tough.
though,
You can't ignore
I
that
honestly
shit.
feel like just realistically, if we was from a borough,
It would be different.
It'd be ill.
but don't
I ain't
think-
gonna lie. I agree with him.
The borough-
you can't.
Hold on. No,
But you
because the
can't
flip
think like
side,
that.
because I know it's hard for y'all that's in the boroughs.
That's a fact.
I know that it's a flip
That's a
side of
fact.
that.
Listen,
I know that at
Yeah.
the same time.
But you got a point though, because
You gotta understand.
But the support though.
Yeah, because any one
How
borough
is
that
it?
pushed out the roof would have been crazy.
How is it?
I get it.
Conway, Benny, and West Side was able to make it to where they at. When there's 1,000,
See, now
100,000
See-
niggas in New York
Well-
still rapping like that.
well, the thing about it was this.
You
The
feel
thing-
what I'm
the-
saying?
The
I
thing
feel
about
what
it,
you're
this,
saying.
this- let me tell you.
Mythical what
I
they
didn't
did.
look at it like that.
This is why I don't be
Nah.
understanding how niggas could think
Aight.
they're being hated on, because there was niggas still here rapping that way,
Aight.
and they didn't get the look.
All right, let me explain.
You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
Wow.
Okay.
That's a good point.
Let me explain
Okay.
something to you though.
I like
all right?
that.
Now check this though. By the time they start giving the looks is when they had no choice but to get the looks because they was making noise. But you got to realize that noise was being made from understanding the formula, not following the same formula that was programmed on New York rappers to get hot and get a deal. So if every rapper got the program, let me get hot, let me get on the radio and get a deal, that's the direction that they moving in. That's gonna be hard for them to get that look following that formula.
Right.
We following the formula where we just talking to our people, getting money from out the mud.
Right.
And that shit is growing organically. Now it's growing organically to the point where it make too much noise, you gotta have us up there.
Right.
Gotcha.
So that's how that transpired, as opposed everybody in New York ain't had no choice.
But do you think you got the look because you was from a different area and not New York City?
I think the looks is coming from the noise.
Noise.
No, but you got Joey Badass. You got Flatbush
I both got a point. I never thought about
groups
that.
out here.
That's
that
great.
sell out joints, but get no looks at all.
What you mean no looks though?
Huh?
What you mean no looks though? I think that they all them people you name, especially like I feel like they get their looks. Like this is just brand new. Like I'm about to go do Sway for the first time tomorrow. That's the first time.
Shout out to Sway.
Shout out to Sway.
Yeah, we gotta get you on the show.
Congratulations on moving.
Yeah,
appreciate
salute
that.
and respect, bro.
Yo, I
Because it
appreciate
take a lot of grind.
He gonna go crazy up there. I already know you gonna go stupid.
Yeah, I'm about to lose my mind up there. You know what I'm saying?
That's a fact. I already know what's gonna happen.
And
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.